Block Everything is the name of the social movement that is taking the streets across France today. In Paris, we've got striking workers shutting down a whole tube line of the metro. We've got high schoolers going on strike, blocking the entrances to their schools, being tear gassed by police. We have students from universities who've been having 100-strong assemblies across France, taking to the streets with the striking workers, with the social movement activists from the Palestine movement, the feminist and LGBT movements, and they're taking the streets today. There are pickets, blockades, sit-ins, open assemblies all across the city and all across the country today against the austerity being imposed by the Macron government and against the neoliberal regime that's trying to tax the working class and make them pay for the crisis of the rich.
France on edge. On September 9th, 2025, President Emmanuel Macron faces one of the biggest political storms of his career. After the collapse of his government, Macron named Sébastien Lecornu as the new prime minister. But instead of calm, France is bracing for chaos. A movement called Block Everything is spreading fast, online organizing massive protests, strikes, and blockades of highways, airports, and refineries. The government isn't taking chances. Over 80,000 police and gendarmes, plus drones, helicopters, and armored vehicles, are deployed across the country. Tensions are already boiling. Shockingly, pigs' heads with Macron's name were found near Paris. Mosques fueling fears of sabotage and unrest. France is at a turning point. Will the protests bring change? Or push the nation deeper into crisis? Follow for updates. Because what happens in France today could shake all of Europe tomorrow.
Big news from Burkina Faso. France, through the European Union, has now sent a representative to ask Captain Ibrahim Traoré to let them return and continue mining gold. They're promising a win-win deal this time. Why? Because their economy is shaking. Cars made in France are now stuck in yards. Nobody is buying. Turns out much of their market was never Europe, but Africa. And now Africa is waking up. But unlike some African countries still tied to old agreements, Burkina Faso is standing firm. Captain Traoré has said no. No more exploitation. No more one-sided deals. He's choosing the people first, not pressure from the West. While others are still hesitating, Burkina Faso is leading a bold new path. One where Africa owns its resources and shapes its future. This is more than news. It's a message to the world. Africa is not for sale.
Macron, l'Europe, on n'en veut pas. Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. Bruxelles, rends l'argent. Ursula, rends l'argent. Brexit, Brexit, Macron démission. Tous ensemble pour la paix, pour la paix, pour la paix, pour la paix. Sortons vite de l'Europe, sortons vite de l'Europe.
Welcome back, family. And this is how it started. Today, I'm just sitting here, trying to imagine how can the great empires collapse? How can the people of these great empires turn against their government and their leaders? Because these people have been using to come here in Africa and many other countries, not only in Africa, to introduce their policies here. They introduce things that limits African countries not to do other things that can be more importance to their countries and their citizens. They have caused a lot of problems towards the African countries and the other countries which they invaded. Today, there are some people in Africa who are living under trauma, and all this, they are doing this, all this is happening because of what happened during the slave trade. There are families today which they faced some things that they can never forget, because all this happened because of the slave trade and colonization. And all the people who caused this, they're the great empires like France and America. And this is how it started. They started to face challenges in Africa where they started to lose dominance. They started to lose control. They started to lose trust from the Africans, because it has been a long time when France and America has been coming here, they cause problems. They cause problems, and at the back of it, they come pretend like they're coming to help. They have caused many problems in Africa. They have exploited Africa. They have destroyed Africa. They have destroyed everything that our forefathers tried to build in Africa.
He also insulted all Africans.
I think they forgot to say thank you to us. It's not a big deal. It will come with time.
There is a part that caught my attention where he talked about ingratitude.
Gratitude, I am well aware, is a non-transmissible disease to humans.
He is human. Our ingratitude is not transmissible to him. This is how this gentleman sees Africa, sees Africans. We are not human. In his eyes, I think that if he is not an atheist and he prays, every morning when he wakes up and prays, he should also pray to the Africans. Because it is thanks to our ancestors that there is a France today.
Culture, not by history, but by borders drawn without our consent. These borders, designed to keep us weak and separate, have denied us our true identity as Africans. It is time to tear down these barriers and declare a new era of unity and belonging.
And I think this is the time now, it's an end of these great empires.
Do you know what? In the UK, you might be thinking, oh my God, black people are not doing too well. But if you cross the channel and go to France, I mean, the men there are struggling. And speaking to women, obviously, about the situation, they're just like, no, girl, you don't understand. Because when you talk about bare minimum, you are, in your head, you're thinking, okay, the man is maybe making $2,000 a month, which is something, this is the bare minimum for us in the UK. But in France, the bare minimum starts for 1,000 or something. Yeah, so I think the grass is not always greener. It just depends on your reality. Yeah, UK men, I'm gonna give you grace right now. From now on, you've got a pass, but still do better.
Between 1958 and 1961, France did something absolutely horrible. France made the Francophone African countries, and I don't even want to use that terminology, but I only use it for the purposes of conversation. The 14 countries which were formally, but still colonized by the French, they were forced to sign a document that they called the Pact for the continuation of colonization. You heard me. The Pact for the continuation of colonization.